Sanibonani Dumelang, hello, it's Simply Sfisa here and welcome back to my channel, but also special welcome to you if you're joining me for the first time today. As you can tell by the title of today's video, we'll be reacting to Zoë Modiga's latest album, Inganekwane. Now, I've been seeing, a lot of hype online and social media, people really, praising this album, and I thought, you know what? Let me dive into it on my channel with you guys, experience it firsthand. And thing is, when I saw people speaking about, when I saw the pictures, I'm like, hold up, I know this girl. Like, there was just something in my brain that was like, I know this girl. And initially I thought maybe I know her from Idols, but I was like, nah, that makes no sense. Like, I remember the girl, she was on Idols. And then this, before I filmed this, I'm like, let me quickly just look her up. It doesn't take 2 seconds, just literally Google someone's name. And I was like, then it hit me. The Voice. She was on The Voice and she was an early favorite of mine, even though I didn't finish the show, but that's neither here nor there. Before we get into this video, let me just get some housekeeping out of the way. If you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Also, do check out my podcast. The link is down below. It's basically, something I also do on this channel, just commentary and pop culture, but the link is below so you can check that out. But without further ado, without rambling any further, let's get right into this video. Oh, so that was just the intro to the album. Okay. Oh, I love that. It just, I just heard my spirit being cleansed. Oh, that must be what heaven sounds like, y'all. Oh, beautiful. I mean, I can't say anything further, but yeah. KWASUKASUKELA. Yo, what a way to start the album. Let's start with, next track, LENGOMA. Now, okay, let me be honest. When the song initially started, I was a little bit like, oh, because it's that thing of, I didn't know what to expect, but this wasn't what I expected. But literally that initial, surprise, I guess, didn't really last long, because immediately I just found myself just wanting to sing along to the song. I don't know, it just, for me, it carries such a nostalgic feeling for me. It literally, I guess the word that comes to mind is homecoming. It feels like, I'm coming home. I'm being welcomed home. So far, great start to the album. Oh, why is this gonna be? Is it gonna be emotional? Girl, I can't be crying. Please. I got goosebumps. Amen, amen, amen. Oh, just the transition to go from LENGOMA to UMDALI is just, it's two different moods. Like UMDALI, I also feel like it's clearly an invitation, and also sort of speaking of an encounter with the divine. And just the line that keeps on ringing over and over is amaphupha abazofezeka, their dreams will come true, njengoba kusho UMDALI, as the Creator has said. This is definitely a song I wanna really just sit down with it, because I feel like there's just so much to unpack from it. Just lyrically, just vocally, I am just speechless. Like, wow, like I want to predict this to be an early standout track, even though we're only literally like 3 tracks in. Because wow, like honestly, I just want to keep on talking about the song, because it's so amazing. Like literally, this was a cleansing of my soul, of my spirit. Like I needed this. Oh, I think we all needed this. I think we all needed to hear this, especially I think considering just the state of the world right now. Things can seem a little bit hopeless, but we're getting into soft boy hours. Let's keep listening. What immediately stood out to me in the first verse, when she was like, "Sifeza amaphupho, we make dreams come true." I love that connection with the previous song, UMDALI. And I think also like I feel like this song, like if you go on how it sounds alone, it just sounds such a chill, song. And then you listen to the lyrics and you can see that, oh, girl is spitting facts here. She's singing of how young people, how the youth, and their stubbornness, it's basically about how that brings about change. I just think immediately while listening to it, I immediately think of the youth of Soweto in June 16, 1976, how they took to the streets, how, the youth were like, no, enough is enough. We're not gonna take this, and I think it's irrelevant even today with, all the social causes that we have today, all the social movements that are taking place. They are being mostly pioneered, they're mostly, being pushed by the youth. And this isn't to say that, all the generations aren't important. Obviously we need to, look up to our elders and learn from them. But also, there's this thing which Kendrick Lamar said. Was it Kendrick Lamar? Well, I heard it on Kendrick Lamar's album, which is that you need to fight while you're still young, because it's like once you get older, the system does a number on you to the point where you become complacent. And I think that's why you find that older generations, a lot of the time, when issues like racism or sexism, or gender-based violence, all these things, they've normalized it, they've accepted it, and they're just like, it is what it is. But that's where, Inkani, that stubbornness of the youth to be like, okay, no, we're not gonna settle for this. We gonna fight for better. We deserve better. Yeah, like, girl, I wasn't expecting to be feeling fired up like this for this video, but you know what? I'm here for it. Oh, is that it? Girl, I'm sitting here waiting for the vocals to come in. So I guess I was like to serve the purpose of an interlude. Let's just keep listening, I guess. Like, I got nothing to say. Abantu, wow, that song. I think, you know, we live in a time where there's, you know, a lot of calling people out for the things they've done wrong. You know, we've got this call out culture, cancel culture, which I'm not going to really speak too much on. I mean, you know, I think there's a time and place where there is a time to call people out for their wrongdoings. But I feel like this song, because of not only just the, you know, just, I mean, the general vibe. I mean, it's like a mid-tempo, slow type of song. But even just her lyrics, it's more of a call in, you know, calling people in. It's calling us in as the black community, saying, listen, guys, we've got issues in here that we need to fix. You know, there are things that we need to come together and fix. Let's build each other up. You know, I really love that, because I feel like, especially just now, like if you just look on Twitter, people always being called out, and you know, I've spoken about this before on my channel, how sometimes like we're not attacking you, you know, when we point out where you've done, it's not necessarily an attack. People always perceive it as an attack when it's not the case. It's a thing of no, listen, we need to address this so that together as a collective we can grow. I think that's maybe where people miss it. I think people have just, you know, bought into this individualistic society, and so people always see it as, you know, if it doesn't affect me, I'm not gonna speak on it. Or, you know, if someone points something you did, people think that's a direct attack on you as a person. You know, it's like, no. We're just using just what you did, or what, you know, the situation you got caught up in points to a bigger issue. But girl's got me rambling. Girl has got me rambling on another tangent. Let's get on to the next track. So Inganekwane is clearly a continuation of the earlier track INTSHA, you know, because repeating the lines from that, and it's almost, you know, the repetition of it is almost like it's a mantra. It's really just reinforcing that idea of, you know, the stubbornness of the youth, you know, stubbornness of a young person. But obviously this is in a positive connotation, because I know sometimes I mean, being called stubborn isn't necessarily, I mean, a good trait. You know, if someone says you're stubborn, it's more likely not a compliment, you know. But in this context, you know, it's kind of like, you know, reiterating almost like the power that comes with the stubbornness of a young person. Oh, okay, this is a different sound we haven't heard. At least not on this album. I just love how it sounds like she's just having fun. Okay, so I think the first thing that stands out for me with this song is the production and how it's, the reason I say it's different from, I feel like it's different from what we've heard thus far, but it still belongs, you know. It still has the core elements of the sound that she has, you know, introduced to us through the preceding tracks. but also I feel like I guess it's got a little bit of a more contemporary feel to it. I think it's the closest to what is currently trending, for lack of, you know, better words. But that's not to take away anything from the song, because it's just, I love how, you know, it's a song about love, but it's not necessarily a romantic love. I feel like a lot of times when artists make songs about love, not all, I mean, but most artists do focus on, you know, the romantic love, sing about a partner. But this it's just basically what love is. I think that's basically all the songs about. What is love? What does it mean to love? What is love all about? And I love it. I love this. I love everything about this song, okay? Literally, there's nothing I can be like, oh girl, what did you do here? This, like, everything. Because even just little inflection she was doing with her voice, it's not things I've heard before. It's kind of, you know, at first it can take you aback. You might find it a little bit strange, but at the same time, it pulls you in. I don't know, am I making sense? You know, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. And that's just how it is. Get into it. Oh, get into those low notes, child. I'm trying to keep it together. Trying to act proper because I know I'm on camera. That was beautiful. I think, you know, with this track, the main focus clearly was her vocals. I think like her range is just out of this world, because I feel like a lot of the times people get excited and wowed by the high notes, you know, the ones who can really belt and take it there, which, you know, I get it, that can be exciting, but for someone who can go down, who can take you down there and keep it there, because the thing is, yes, you know, going high, you know, is its own skill, but also going low. Being able to go low, and also just like how she extended those notes and she kept the control. It like your internet isn't lagging. I'm just shook. That's why I just had to pause there for a second to collect myself. And I feel like this track, I mean, obviously, I mean, there are literally no words to it, at least no audible words, but it just, what I'm getting just from listening to it is that it's a lament, it's a cry. I mean, also the fact that it's titled Tata, you know, Tata is, excuse me, it means father. So, I mean, it could be seen as crying, you know, to, you know, an earthly person, you know, but also a cry to the divine, almost like a cry for an existential crisis. I feel like, you know, the beauty in it almost being so ambiguous is that it takes on, basically it becomes whatever you, the listener, are going through. I feel like if I listen to it today and listen to it tomorrow, I'll get two completely different feels depending on where I'm at, depending on how I'm feeling. Like, oh, this, like, if you're into meditating, this is definitely, like, you need to add this to meditation playlist. Like, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to do. But anyway, let's keep listening. The way I just wanted to yell, "Come on, Black Girl Magic," multiple times during the song, but I was like, I kept it together because I was like, let the girl do her thing, let her sing, and sing she did. I loved, I don't know, there's just something that she did with her voice when she would say the words black butterfly that just sent chills down my spine. And I think it's just, there's just when you, this song really paints a picture. It really, like, her use of imagery, you know, saying appears mouth above the clouds, black butterfly fly. You just get this picture of just, you know, freedom and nothing holding you back, and you're just embracing, you're living in all of your beauty and your excellence. And it's just, oh, I think we have to stand. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have to stand. Let me not act as if we're done. Like, we still, you know, let's keep listening and hear what else the Queen has to say for us. Okay, so Unembeza, I have no words. This song is just perfect in every sense. It also, for me, it has a nostalgic effect to it, but also it seems classical in the sense of, I don't know, like, I was just hearing the voices of all, you know, just these great legends that came from the African soul that preceded her, like these great artists, you know, that made international marks on the world. That's what I'm hearing. Like, this is a song you would hear at like an international festival. This deserves to be heard and played on international platforms. And I mean, this is obviously true for all the tracks preceding it, but they're just like, I guess, like, the overall message of the song is, you know, not to let the world corrupt you, you know, to listen to your conscience, you know, and it speaks for itself. It really just, the work speaks for itself. You see when you do talentry, the work speaks for itself. Yo, I think this song just had like a beautiful message of just, you know, being grateful for, you know, the simple gift of life. Simply just almost like the cliche saying of going back to basics. Just being like, you know what, you know, even though the world has all these challenges and, you know, existence can be a little bit, you know, but at the same time, you know, you just have to be grateful for it, you know, grateful for this gift, grateful that, you know what, I'm still here. It's just, again, the work speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. Like, I don't know what else to say, y'all. Let's just keep listening. I think what I immediately get from this song is that it's sort of like a return to the sound that we heard earlier in the album. And so, I mean, you do sort of get, it does sort of almost give that sense that, okay, the album is, you know, slowly, you know, coming to an end. I don't want to say anything further on this song just because I feel like I need more time with it. I feel like I just need to sit down with it and just, you know, I just need more time with the song. But we've got 3 tracks left in the album. Let's get into it. I do want to say, you know, when I read the title, I wasn't expecting it to be such a vulnerable and, you know, almost like a ballad type song. And, you know, I feel like just listening to the lyrics, though the exact words are a little lost on me, but like I just get a sense that, you know, I feel like I'm like basically reading like a journal entry or listening to a journal entry, or literally, you know, being invited into, you know, her innermost thoughts. And I just have ISEGAZINI like playing on a loop in my head. I mean, which, if you don't know, it loosely translates to "it's in my blood," you know. So once again, I must say this. I know, I think this will be the third or fourth time I'm saying this, but the work speaks for itself. Honestly. 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 The girl literally breathes. Literally breathes, and I'm just like, yes, 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 yes. That's like literally. What can I say, y'all? Let's just listen to the final track of this album. And that's how you end an album called Inganekwane. Oh my word, I feel so dumb. I feel so dumb. It's all literally all the pieces are coming together. If you don't know, right, Inganekwane is basically, you could say it's a Zulu folk tale, or yeah, folk tale, myth, you know, a story basically. And the girl told a story, but like literally just it's clicking now, literally, because even the lyrics of songs would connect. You can literally tell that every single song on this album had a purpose. There are no filler tracks from start to finish. She did that. She did that. Oh, literally now everything's making sense in my head. I feel so dumb for not realizing this sooner. Wow. Wow. You could have had an entire firing squad and I wasn't going to be able to quickly put these pieces together. Wow. I'm just glad I figured this out before I finished recording. But anyway, what are my favorite tracks? Okay, definitely UMDALI, ABANTU, UTHANDO, Tata, Black Butterfly, Impilo, and ISEGAZINI. Those are my standout tracks, but literally the entire album, just perfection, pure perfection. Black girl excellence. We love to see a black girl magic. She did what? That is what she did. And you know my final thought on this album, something that I've been saying multiple times throughout this video. I think you can guess what I'm about to say. I think you can guess what I'm about to say. The work speaks for itself. You see, when you do talentry, you see, when you do talentary, artistically, creatively. Oh my goodness, the English is breaking down. Anyways, thank you so much for watching and listening with me. If you enjoyed this reaction or enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Also, feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the album. How did you interpret the songs? So also, I feel like another beauty in this album is that I feel like a lot of the songs are such open to personal interpretation. That's like the beauty of music in general. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down below. But until I see or hear from you guys next time, I love you so much. Bye guys.